So welcome back to the channel. We are playing Oathmark, Battles of the Lost Age by Joseph McCullough. It is his rank and flank fantasy epic kingdom building war game campaign system that is absolutely phenomenal. I'm enjoying every single minute of this. This is our actual second game, our test game. So we built kingdoms. We just haven't gone to the campaign mode yet. Just trying to feel this thing out, and I'll give you a walkthrough of kind of what happened in this battle. And you can see there's a lot of units out there. And it's only a 1,500 point game, which is less than standard. So only playing on a 4x4 size mat. Now, so over here with the Dwarven archers, they did fire. They had helped pluck off a wound from those ghouls over there. They're now dead. The tree finished them off. The tree punched out, I think, 11, was it 10 wounds? No, it was 11 wounds on one go and wiped out the whole rest of the tray. And then the chariot over there that's dead too tried to charge the tree. The tree just, again, went ahead and swung in with his 5 combat dice and punched through the 13 defense of the chariot and plucked on 5 wounds on him, and he only has 3 wounds, so he's dead. And all that action, the tree only took 1 wound. Now, keep in mind, the tree is not overpowered. He just rolled way above his weight. He was rolling, he averaged 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s in all of his rolls. Would be activation, morale, combat. He just had the run of his life, and he was a one-man wrecking crew, so they're gone. In this scenario, this is important because in this particular scenario, we are playing, you got to kill the most value of enemy units. So far, the undead have lost that tray of ghouls and that chariot, and while the good guys, our halflings and our dwarves, have lost nothing yet. So over there, we do have an Indrik. He's not painted, but he's over there. He never got into combat yet because the tree took care of everything. He's moving his way towards those archers over there. Back here, we covered these guys already. The halflings with our halfling champion in there and our commander. These guys have been fighting this rough ground. They took 2 wounds. They did take 2, but the necromancer back there was able to revive one of them, cast a spell, and he got him 1 back. So that's where that ended. The archers did absolutely nothing with a shoot 0. They can't really do much of anything. They took a shot at the tree, but on 13 defense, they'd have to roll 10s, and then you got to roll for every 10 they get. They got to roll again and try to get 8s or above. Well, that just didn't happen, so they're just still sitting there. Over here, she moved our Maleficent, who is our quasi commander, necromancer level 1. She has arcane knowledge. I forget what she cast. She did something earlier. It was the death. It was that death ray spell she has for a target number of 9. Throwing only 1 dice is level 1. She didn't get it, so that's kind of how that went. We talked about this. They both have champions in there. There's the skeleton champion and that's skeletal spearman. Over here, the ghouls had a draw with the dwarves. Each pushed back 1 inch. Not much over there. And over here, the same thing happened. The dwarves were able to get initiative, and the first thing they did was they moved into combat. They activated successfully and moved into combat with these chariots to beat them to the punch. And they had draw, so that's where they both ended up. So the catapult. Oh yes, the catapult over here. Well, the dwarf mage was successful, only level 1. Was successful in putting explosive ammunition on it. It fired at those ghouls right over there. Unfortunately, the undead, the catapult doesn't do a whole lot against undead. It would be much better and more effective against non-undead units. But that being said, after all that, that's where we are. And there's a 3-man crew down there operating it. So we're heading off into round 3 right now. I don't think the undead are out of it. They still have a lot of units out there. If they win initiative, perhaps the chariots can go in here and maybe blow out these guys over here. That might get them back in the game, and we'll see what happens. So that was the end of round 2. I'll let you guys know how round 3 goes in the next video. Bye.